Okay, we're going to take some time to look at the research paper. So, when you go in, you're going to go to Content, and when you go into the artifact folder, you're going to scroll down and you'll see the research paper format. I want you to download this, and this is what you're going to work from. So here's the format. Now you will have a cover page in front of this. So I'm going to go ahead and put my cover page. Okay, so I have a blank page now, and I will put my cover page. And for this section is oral language. Your running head is still going to be the science of reading. I can't seem to get into my header. Oh. Okay. There we go. So you're going to have your running head, and then we're going to have this centered. And the title of this one will be Oral Language. And just like on your other cover page that you're creating, spacing will be double spaced. There we go. And then it's your name. And I'm just going to copy this and put it on my new cover page. And this is 21. And then when you come down here, you're going to have your abstract that you're going to write. Your abstract is actually written last, even though it comes before your paper, but it is a summary of your paper. So you will add it last, but it comes right after your cover page. So you can leave a blank page. And I also want you to see that to get a blank page, I did not hit enter over and over. What you do is you go to Insert, Page Break. And when you do that, then it takes you to a new page without having all the enter. This will help with your formatting. Now, I don't need that extra page, so I took it out because I already have it set up. And here, I do want you to put the heading Introduction. So just like we have explanation, and I'm going to show you how to make headings. I want the heading introduction. So I'm going to go ahead and enter. I'm coming up here and I'm going to put heading 1 and I'm going to type introduction. Now, you might have to, you might have to adjust your heading setting. I've already set mine to Times New Roman for this document and 12-point font. So all my headings are already going to be correct. But if you haven't already set the headings, they come up and they can look different, like they are going to be in blue and a different font. You need to change them to match this. I also noticed that spacing does not look correct, and that's why. So I'm going to take out the spacing before, and I need to check my paragraph here. So I'm going to format paragraph, and this should be double spaced, not that. So I'm going to have, and these aren't paragraphs, these are sections down here, because you're probably going to have more than one paragraph. So this is section 2. You're going to explain what oral language is. Section 3, you're going to explain why oral language is important. Section 4, you're going to explain ways that you can teach oral language. And then your final paragraph will be your conclusion. Again, when I get to my references, wherever I end my paragraph, I do not hit enter over and over. To have the references on a separate page, I again go to insert, and I'm going to backspace this. So right here, this is the end of my paragraph. I will go to insert, page break. And when I do that, it puts the new section on the next page. Now, you have to have at least 2 sources. One of them will be your book. The other will be your article that you use, or whatever other source you're using. To create these, they again will be formatted in this way. This is called hanging indent. So they are aligned on the left, and if I hadn't already done it, they would just be normal paragraph type. But I went in here, again, I highlighted the text. So this is what yours is probably going to look like. You highlight all your references, and then you go into format, paragraph, and all you should need to do is go to special and hit hanging, and I want it at 0.5, and I'm going to make sure that all this is set to 0, and this is double spaced, and then when I hit OK, it automatically formats my references correctly. So that is how you can format your paper. Another thing you can do, if I go into Word and I go to New Document from Template, I have this that comes up. And if I look through this, I can find one that is APA format. So there's MLA and here's the APA style paper. You can open this template and it gives you the various areas to fill in. It already has a table of contents in there, which we do need to put in our paper, but I'm going to show you how to put that in. So this is another way that you can create your APA formatted document. But in here, I'm going to want a table of contents. That will be on this page. So again, I want a blank page here. I'm going to go, I have my cursor set right before the word abstract. I go to Insert, Page Break. Now I have a blank page where I can put my table of contents. So I have my cursor set there. I'm going to References, Table of Contents, and I'm going with the classic table of contents. I will need to fix this formatting because I want it Times New and I want it 12-point font. I also want it blue, not blue, but all the text to be black. And I can see I forgot one of my headings. I forgot the heading for conclusion. So I'm going down here on my section 5 and I'm going to add a heading, and this is going to be conclusion. Then I can go back up to my table of contents. I also need to set that as a heading, abstract. Okay. And I can go back to my table of contents now, and I want to update it. So I'm going to update the table, and in this case I want to update the entire table, not just the page numbers. So now I have my abstract, introduction, explanation, why it's important, ways to teach it, and conclusion, all in my table of contents. Don't worry that it looks gray there. It won't when you submit it. And that is the way you're going to set up your research paper.